Hey everyone, thanks for joining me again. And if you have never been here, you're at A Place to Heal YouTube channel, and my name is Marie. So today, what I want to show you guys is a date base. Now, I'm only going to do the video today on the date base because I'm going to be showing you how to do homemade strawberry ice cream with this base, and I'm also going to be showing you how to do liver smoothies to have in the morning with this base. And I don't want to have to keep making the base because you actually only have to do the base once until you run out, and then you can go adding it to whatever recipes you want. So I want to be able to tell people, here's the ice cream, this is the base, just go back to the base video if you need to do that. Okay, and I don't want to get things too complicated. If you don't know me by now, I'm a very simple person. So I like things very simple. You know, I'm under that old KISS mentality. You know, keep it simple, stupid. So, all right. So here we go. So the first thing that you're going to need for this, I call it a caramel base because when it's done, it actually looks like caramel, and it kind of tastes like caramel, and it's really good. So anyway. The first thing that you're going to need is you're going to need 2 cups of Medjool dates. And usually I don't recommend other kind of dates because, one, normally I found that they're not as sweet. 2, I don't feel that they digest as well as Medjool dates. But the problem with Medjool dates is, well, number 1, they're a little bit more expensive. But number 2, they normally come with a pit. And I just, you know, you've got to depit them. So to me it's easier just to use a pair of scissors, and I just cut them open, take out the pit, and there you go. And for those of you who just love dates, or you're raw foodist or vegan or vegetarian out there, let me tell you, on your bucket list you need to go to Yuma, Arizona, because as you're going through Yuma, all you see is all these beautiful date trees. And you can stop off at these great restaurants, and they have date shakes. Those things are so good. You can tell I loved my food, huh? See, so I've got to keep loving my food, or I'm not going to stick to any kind of, you know, new lifestyle changes. I don't like calling it a diet because you're not dieting. This is a lifestyle change, something that you have to incorporate and be able to live with for the rest of your life. Alright, so once you have your 2 cups of the dates, you want to take 1.5 cups of hot water. Okay, so I've got my hot water going right here. And there's my 1.5 cups. Now, when you go to add the water to these dates, you know, you want to use clean water. You're going through all this hassle, and you don't want to use nasty water, and you want to heat it up on the stove. You don't want to use your microwave. Actually, you should shoot your microwave before it kills you. You know, you want to kill it before it kills you. Okay, so you're going to add a little bit of water. You can use a high-speed blender if you want to too. You do not have to use a food processor. I prefer to use a food processor. Okay, so you're going to start. Second. See, this is live, and I don't like to redo my videos because I feel that it takes away from them. I don't like to have everything perfect, and I'm one of those cooks that I sit there and tell you, you know, just like use like a little. I don't measure anything. I'm just like, just use this little bit, and that's all you need. And for these videos, and because I'm telling you guys how to do this, I've actually had to write this stuff down and measure everything out so that I know what to tell you guys. And as I turn this on, my recipe flew to the floor. All right, so, yeah, bear with me here. All right, so after you turn it for a little bit, you're going to add a little bit more water to your food processor or to your blender, and then do it again. You want to go adding the water slowly. You don't want to dump it all in there at once. I've done that. It kind of clumps it. At this point, normally I like to make sure that all the pieces of dates will sometimes get on the top of the blender, or they'll get way up there. So you want to make sure you want to get all those down, because you don't want any chunks of dates. And you just want to keep getting those chunks down till you get them all down and get them all processed through there, or down from the top of your blender. So like I said, you don't want any of those chunks floating around in there once this is all done, because actually it's going to be nice and smooth. So you can see, even up to this point, it's like this really sweet, yummy, creamy caramel consistency. It's really, really good. Now, I'm going to give you guys a tip. Whatever you go to use this in, do not try this and put it into your mouth before you have the ice cream or before you have the smoothie, because this is going to be a lot sweeter, and you're going to sit there and go, well, this smoothie isn't sweet, oh, this ice cream isn't sweet, when actually it is, but this is sweeter. It's like all you coffee drinkers out there, you know what I'm talking about. You know, if you had the sugary stuff and then you have the coffee always tastes bitter. So you don't want to taste this. Trust me. You got to trust yourself that it's good. Okay, so normally what you want to do is you want to run this normally for about a minute. Okay, it's up to you, but you want to run it to the consistency that you feel is good for you. I like it to be, you know, where it's, I mean, it's nice. It should look literally like caramel. And see, this one needs, I still can see a little bit of chunks, little tiny chunks in there of dates. So I'm going to do it just for a little bit longer. Okay, now once that is nice and smooth, yeah, that's nice and smooth right there, you're going to do is you are going to take 1 can of coconut milk. Okay, I like to use the organic coconut milk from Native Forest. And again, I do the same thing with the milk. I add a little bit. I don't want this stuff spilling all over the place. And this can, by the way, is 13.5 ounces, okay? just so you know, you don't want to get a bigger can or a smaller can than that. Okay, and once again, there's gonna be dates up at the top, so you want to get all those in there. And I wish I could get that camera closer to here, because I'm telling you, this looks just like caramel. I mean, I don't know if you can see that. Oh guys, this is just, I'm telling you, this stuff is so good. And right about here, you can actually see where the little tiny chunks of dates are in there. So you want to keep going, but all right. So the next thing I'm going to add to this is going to be vanilla. You can use vanilla bean, or you can use vanilla extract, as long as you don't use the imitation stuff. Okay. Okay. So I'm going to do 1 tablespoon, 2 tablespoons, and I actually took these measures just out for you guys because I don't use these. I just go, okay, yeah, that's enough. All right, and then we're going to mix it up some more. Down again. I think this is going to be the last churn. Now, I actually want to have you guys see what this looks like. So I am actually going to put it into a blender so you can actually see the caramel goodness that this is. You want to make sure you get all that good stuff out of there. You don't want to leave any of it behind. Look, if you were as addicted to food as I was, and believe me, was I addicted to food, when I was given my diagnosis that I was diabetic and that I had to change my whole approach to food and change my whole life, I literally thought that my life was over. I mean, as far as I was concerned, that was it. I might as well just die. If I got to give up my food, I'm done. So I have gotten probably more creative than most raw foodists because I was so addicted to food. And I refused. I absolutely refused to give up the good food. I kept telling myself there has got to be a way to eat food where it tastes awesome, where it tastes really good, and your taste buds are still you know, are still flourishing and everything. You know, I just, I think the first 3 weeks out of the hospital, all I ate was salads. And let me tell you, I thought if I was going to eat one more salad, I was just, that was it. I was done. I just could not deal with salads. Now I have learned to make all these salad dishes where if somebody says, you want to go for salad, I'm like, yeah. I'm like, yes, I sure do. And then I go and then they make the salad. I'm like, okay, that's not a salad. I thought you were talking a salad, you know, because I make salads, you know. So, and everybody thinks, oh, salads, yeah. Believe me, there's some very creative ways to do it, and I have found them all because I was not about to give up my good food. Okay, so now I'm just going to turn it on low, and then I'm going to go to high. And one of those things that I absolutely loved and did not want to give up was caramel. I just love caramel. And I love ice cream. Every once in a while, I'm like, okay, I'm in the mood for ice cream. And I was like, well, what am I going to do now? You know, because I can't have ice cream. I can't have dairy. So what do I do? So I learned to make these ice creams. I make chocolate ice cream, which I just love. It satisfies my craving for chocolate. And I also make homemade strawberry ice cream, which that's the one everybody loves. Okay, so the next thing you're going to do is you're going to pour this creamy caramel goodness right through a strainer. You can use a sieve also. It's up to you, whichever one you have at home. I like using a nice big strainer. Make sure I don't leave any of that stuff behind. And then you just want to get the rest of it out there with a spoon. Make sure you get that spoon going. Okay. Just mush it in there. Okay, you're going to be left with just like little pieces of dates that don't belong in there anyway. Okay? And you're going to get yourself a mason jar. You're going to put it into the mason jar. And there you have this awesome caramel base. Okay, so now here's what you can do with this. You can put this into your refrigerator, and I've never actually had it last in my refrigerator longer than a week, but so I can't guarantee it for longer than a week. Maybe it'll stay, I don't know, 2 weeks, but I will only guarantee this for a week because, like I said, it's never lasted in my refrigerator like longer than a week. So if you are still a coffee drinker, this is the best French vanilla coffee creamer that you have ever tasted in your life, or caramel vanilla creamer that you have ever tasted in your life. And when I was still drinking coffee, I had to give up the creamer. I would take 2 tablespoons of this, put it into my coffee. Heaven, okay, heaven. And it tastes 10 times better than the junk that they have at the store. And if you've ever read the ingredients on the back of a creamer, you don't want to touch that stuff. I mean, it's got soy, it's got sugar. It's like the first ingredients are like water, sugar, and soy. Okay, so you don't want that. And this stuff is a lot healthier for you, a lot better for you in your coffee if you're still drinking coffee. I gave up coffee 2 years ago, so I no longer use it for that. Okay, so you can also use this as a base for, like I said, strawberry ice cream, or you can use it as a base for chocolate ice cream, or you can also use it as a base for smoothies. All right, and those videos will be coming up. So if you want to learn how to make great breakfast smoothies that are great for your liver, you know, subscribe and I will be sharing those with you. Or if you want to learn how to make your very own easy homemade strawberry ice cream or chocolate ice cream at home using a food processor, subscribe and I will show you how to make those too. And if there is a recipe that you guys want copied, that you are just like, okay, I love this, do you have an alternative recipe for this? Let me know. If you guys have a topic that you guys want me to discuss, you want me to talk about, please leave me a comment, send me an email, let me know. I will be more than glad to address this stuff for you out there, because I'm here for you. I'm not here for me. You know, I've pretty much already got this stuff down. I've already lost 120 pounds. I think, you know, I'm kind of headed the right direction. So I am here for you. I am here to be of service to you, and that's why I have this YouTube channel. All right, so until next time, please stay happy, stay healthy, and try to make better choices in your foods, and that way you can start heading the right direction and heading down the right path. All right, till next time, bye-bye.